Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Pisces, please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation, leave the rest for someone else, and by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, let us begin. First things first, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Louis Vuitton Alma BB, and she will serve as today's vision board inspiration for all the abundance manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the series I have here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, Pisces, I am going to begin. I'm going to choose a deck for your reading to start. And I'm going to go with the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes today. If you, I'm going to shuffle. If you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I'll have a timestamp listed in the description box for you below. All right, Pisces, energies. Please and thank you, Spirit. What messages do we have for Pisces energies? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Pisces. Pisces. Right off the bat, Pisces, you may be pulled in two different directions. Pisces energies. Thank you, Spirit. Feeling Pisces energies. Torn between two choices. That's for some of you, Pisces energies. It may come up in the reading, it may not, but usually has something to do with it. Pisces energies, please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let us do this thing. Ooh, we're starting off with the Ace of Cups. Lovely, Pisces. All right, feeling rejuvenated, replenished. Thirst quenched. Let's see here. We have the Death card. Is that causing transformation? An Ace of Cups that's causing transformation. Y'all could be experiencing some sort of new relationship or love that is causing you to have to transform or causing you to change in some way, or you're healing and it's causing you to change in some way. Your values are changing. Let's see here. We have a Knight of Cups. Let's see here. And we have the Five of Cups. Oh, you could be healing after the ending of a relationship, or somebody that you were with went in another direction. Also, whomever went in this other direction, that ish crashed and burned hard. They offered their cup of love to somebody else and just got wrecked emotionally. I don't know what happened, but they got wrecked. And you're over here healing from this ending while this other person who left is getting wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. I don't know if it was them who had been feeling torn between a choice between two. Perhaps clearly, because wherever they went and offered their cup, they are emotionally wrecked. Whereas you are replenished and transforming. Okay, you could be becoming, with this Death, it's in the second house of Taurus. So you could be, like I said, changing your values, changing what you will and will not accept. That has to go along with your values. You could also be becoming more beautiful. You could be changing your eating habits, everything. Like you could just be really like transforming from the inside out after this. So it's like this person leaving you behind actually like triggered a positive transformation in you, and they went forward thinking they're going to give their cup somewhere else, and they are a wreck, an emotional wreck. We have the Five of Wands, exactly, competition in love, because that Five of Wands is in the fifth house of affairs and dating and all that kind of stuff. We have Judgment. Wow, Death and Judgment. See, you answered the call. You answered the call. You said, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to engage in this. I'm just going to let this transform. If you want to go over there, go over there and you let it transform. And that's why you're experiencing a new beginning and healing. You didn't hold on to something dead or something unrequited. You let it go, and that was what you were supposed to do. In case you were wondering, that's exactly what you were supposed to do, because this person could have put you in the energy where they wanted you to fight for them, they wanted you to compete for them, and you're like, no, I'm not doing that. So you answered the call and said, no, I'm just going to let it die. Goodbye. Good for you. We have a 9 of Pentacles. So this person thought they were going to something that was maybe more beautiful, maybe more mature, more ready and willing. Maybe something more, I don't know. They probably felt like this other individual could benefit them in some way. Like this person seemed like they had it all together. Like they had their money together. They had their looks together. Well, you may have been going through a transformative time in your life. And so they like went with what they thought was the more stable, secure option. Okay, yeah, we have a Queen of Pentacles. This was about money. This was about money. So I don't know. Yeah, because look, you have death in your second house of earned income. So you could be in between jobs right now or figuring out what you want to do. You could also just be in a career that's very scorpionic. Okay, so whether that's the occult, it could be having to do with, you know, smegs, okay, like maybe OF, something like that. That's not all of you, but it's just like you, something scorpionic though. I don't know, maybe you work at a morgue. Listen, but whatever is going on, it's a transitionary time in your life. And so, but this is an Ace of Cups, so it's like this is supposed to be happening right now. You're supposed to be transforming in this way. But this other person seemed more stable. They seem more solid. This person was going to get caked up by somebody. Let's be real. They thought that this person is going to basically take care of them financially. Like, this is an opportunist type energy that you are dealing with. We have a 6 of Pentacles. The Spirit is saying we're about to learn about reaping and sowing. You're about to reap what you have sown. And so what you sowed was pretty much transformational energy, transmuting, healing, and turning things around. This person sowed greed, if you ask me. It's like they saw this other person almost as a mark, as a lick. Like, not in a like way where they wanted to like rob them, but they were just like, oh, if I go up over there, you know, that I can eat for free, and they gonna just basically take care of them pretty much. Yeah, see, 5 of Pentacles. You're going through some sort of money transformation. The Spirit said this is what's supposed to be happening right now, and you're soon to see that transform. It's just this is the in-between. So they were judging you at a time where it was like your lowest, like where you were at your most vulnerable, you were at your weakest. But what they don't realize is that's just a transitionary period. Like, you're not meant to stay there. Okay, now we have the 6 of Swords. Looks like, let me see here. Yeah, you could be finding the solutions to these issues now, especially now that this person is not in your energy. But also, like, this person was double-minded. It's like, oh, I'm going to go over here because they're going to feed me, and we'll see if the collective gets, you know, it together, and look out for that. But you were just like, goodbye. But also this other person, it's like neither one of them have loyalty energy. Like, do they even like each other, or is this all about money? What is this? Yeah, we have the 4 of Cups. Like, this person does not even, like, really care about this person. It was all just about, oh, what they can get out of them. And so they're looking back at you and just, I don't know, they've never really cared about this other person. They never really did. I'm just seeing this because you were in, you know, like I said, this transitionary time. That's why they decided to go and be with this other person. Well, we know how these types of stories end, but we'll see here. Let me see. Also, but like this other person does not really care about them at all. At all, at all. They're so unbothered. Like, this is weird. It just seems like these two people are benefiting off of each other in some way. This is like, yeah, like maybe they need to come together in order to stabilize themselves. Like, it's almost like, you know, building together, you know, whereas you here, this could also have to do with looks or something. You could be going through it. Remember I said, like, with the second house, you could be transforming your looks or something. You, if you, like, on your side, you have a lot of stuff that you're dealing with, okay? And it's like, it could have affected your looks or something. You could have gained weight, lost weight, or something like that. And so it's like, I'm seeing somebody, like I said, at their lowest, like rock bottom. But because you were healing from something or going through something, but that is a transitionary time. So it's like I said, you weren't meant to stay there. So it was like wherever you were, they were like, oh, this other person is, you know, healthier, looks better, whatever. But now that's all set to change and transform. But whatever. We have a 3 of Pentacles. Spirit is involved in this. This is some sort of cosmic setup I'm seeing here. This is like a cosmic setup. It's almost like this is a test. A test. But this other person, this is very young, immature, emotional energy. So it's like you're making your romantic decisions based on who can do more for you in the moment, even if you don't like them more. Not you, but this other person. And it's kind of like they left you to fend for yourself. Whatever you're healing, it's like they left you to balance that all out by yourself, but that's fine because that's divine orchestration. Because like I said, you answered the call and it forced you to transform, which is what was meant to happen. This person over here, there's something going on, like, let me see. It's almost like now they're wishing that they can come back because this person doesn't really care about them. The person they went toward doesn't care about them. So they're like wishing they could come back, even if you're still in a state where you're not completely healed. They're wishing that they could come back because they're just dissatisfied with the situation. Like I said, emotional wreck. But Spirit has their hand all over this, though. You needed to be alone. You needed to be alone. This is why Spirit made this person appear to be a better option. It's because you did need to be alone in order to gain back balance, in order to make a fresh start. Because what would have happened is if y'all came together at this time, it would have, you know, created a codependency almost. Instead of you going inward and relying on your own inner strength and fortitude to heal, you would have relied on them being around and their companionship, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but Spirit wanted you to be become stronger internally and have this glow up from the inside out. Because, yeah, they would have impeded that process. It would have been like a crutch. So this is why I'm saying Spirit orchestrated this to happen. This person may be coming back. But this energy is just so... I just feel like this is still at large. Like it's still happening. It's still in the process of happening. This person still loves you. I don't know. You might feel disgusted, like you left me at my lowest, but it was Spirit who orchestrated that. It was, because the 3 of Pentacles is my working together with Spirit card, And especially in this deck, when you have this figure up above these people, it's like Spirit set this in motion. And it's so that you could what? Go into Hermit. We have the Hermit here, but then we have the Sun. It's like Spirit wanted you to find the inner fortitude and find happiness from within. And that wouldn't have happened if you were able to lean on this person. Spirit wanted you to really find that balance for yourself. And so now a new beginning can happen. If you so choose. Now, I'm not seeing here where this is necessarily like a cheating situation. It's just that this person had a choice between two options. They moved on to, you know, what was stable, or what in their mind was stable, but they're not happy there. In fact, they're miserable because this person might seem beautiful on the outside, but once again, this happens all the time in the collective. Looks good on the outside, but when you bite into that ish, like, it's just not there. But they miss you at the end of the day. It's like, yes, this person helps them. They might cook for them and maybe clean for them, or who knows, treat them like they're a child or something, take care of them. But that's not what they really wanted. They really wanted you, but they could see that you were going through something. And so it's like they're always were keeping an eye on you to see when you got back on your feet or something like that. But to the naked eye, it screams opportunist. So let me get some oracle cards with this one. I'm going to go in with the Fearless Oracle by Rachel Photon. All right. Clarification and or guidance, please, Spirit. Clarification and or guidance. The Spirit is about to be rewarding you for maintaining your peace and balance through all of this. Through whatever you were going with. It's almost like y'all separated. Y'all could have separated before this person got involved with this other person. Like, maybe you ended things because, like, you knew you were going through a transitionary time. I don't know. So take it where it resonates, which situation. But clarification and or guidance, Spirit. It's like this person is waiting for you to get back on your feet because they really don't want to be with that other person. But it's just like, then, but like I said, you might have sent them packing. Because I'm like, why would you just leave off then, if that's the case? Okay, we have miracles. Exactly. That's you. Divine blessings, divine healing, grace. Things done by God. Like I said, this was all orchestrated by the divine. This was not like, it's like this was meant to happen this way. So it's not like a situation where they necessarily played you out. It's just circumstances led to this situation happening. We have allies. That's right. That's Spirit. Miracles and allies. It says collaboration, comrade, common goals, buddies, working together. And that's what I get from this Three of Pentacles card, clearly, with Spirit, though. And then we have secrets, and this is on their side. And that's what I'm saying. Hiding something, not sharing, hiding the truth, not revealed. And the truth is, they see themselves as single. Like, even though this person is like on paper, they have what your person, I'm going to call them, needs or whatever. But they're just, it's not there emotionally at all. It's the Five of Cups here. And a Four of Cups. Like, this is just not what they want. They're hiding this. They're just so dissatisfied. Like, this person, like I said, looks good on the outside, looks good on paper, but it's just still not what they want. And so they're secretly still looking and checking for you. This is just so interesting. Look at that. True love and forgiveness. So they're like thinking about how this is what they're contemplating, how they can come in. They're sad because they're just dissatisfied with what they chose. Like, this person has no emotional connection to whomever they went toward. They just did it because you seem to be going through something. And And I'm not seeing where that was necessarily the wrong thing. I'm not seeing where y'all were in a relationship and they left you for this person. I'm seeing where y'all were options for each other. Y'all were both perhaps single and maybe talking or whatever. But then your life just, you had to go through some sort of transformational process, a transformational process. And so, like I said, you could have been the one to send them packing. But either way, it's like they're thinking about how they can come in. But for some of you, it was like you felt like betrayed because you were going through something and they left. So take it where it resonates. For some of you, it's just like, oh, this was not the right time because you're going through something. Could be a job loss, could be, getting laid off, something like that. And you're like, oh, this is not the right time. So they decided to go off. But for some of you, it's like, they feel like they've betrayed you. They betrayed their own heart, actually. They betrayed their true love because they really loved and cared about you. So they're kind of beating them own selves up because they're like, why did I leave this person? They feel bad about it. They feel bad because they feel like they left you at your lowest. And they're not saying this. And they're just, this is all they can really think about. Like, they are not even focused on this other person, really. Which, so it's sad really kind of all around because, well, I don't know. This other person just seems like I said, unbothered. It's almost just like, oh, you're somebody who comes in from time to time and, it's almost just like not a situationship. This is where somebody lets somebody be a rolling stone. It's like, oh, you come in, I'll see you maybe a couple times a year and, we do what we do and then you leave. Is that kind of a thing? Like, almost like this is almost sugar mama energy, sugar person energy, but not even. It's just so fleeting. This is like one of those things where you can always come around here, that kind of a thing. Either way, they feel low about it. They feel trifling about it. They feel like like a person of the night, if you know what I mean. Like, ugh, I'm just here like a leech almost, I'm just, using someone. They don't feel like, especially if this is a masculine energy, which I'm picking up, this is the masculine energy. It's like they feel like not a man. They don't feel, it's like you need mommy to take care of you. Like but either way, they want forgiveness for betraying your heart though. But they don't, it's like they're beating their own selves up. They need to forgive themselves, to be honest. So they're going through some sort of deep emotional, like I said, they're an emotional wreck because they feel low. Like, how could I leave this person at their lowest? And what am I, a user? And like, are you even worthy of the term man? Like, type energy. Let me see here. We have a ritual. Yeah, this is something that this person does. Like, whomever they went to, this person just allows them to come and go as they please. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. Yeah, practice done in the same way at the same time period. Yeah, this would be somebody who, like, if this person is always waiting in the wings, whenever they have something difficult going on with somebody else, they might go to this person because this person just always is like, it's like an open door policy. It's very interesting. All right, let me see here. But this person wants to change. It's like they're not satisfied with that anymore. They like feel low, like this is low. This person is lacking purpose. It's giving, yeah, they just feel trifling and low. It's giving like when, if you don't earn something, you don't feel good about it, that type of a thing. It's giving like if I got an A on a test, but I know I faked it. So I know I feel worthless. This person feels worthless because they're just, using is not really the word. This person doesn't challenge them to be better. How about that? This person basically provides a way for them, enables them to rest on their laurels and not be the best that they can be. And so it causes them to be in an emotional funk and slump. So they just feel like they failed in a way. Interesting. But this whole thing, like I said, was orchestrated by spirit. It's almost like this person needs to go through this so they can hit rock bottom and feel like a low life, so they can get the impetus to get up and be a better leader. And on your part, you're still going through a transformation. But you needed to do it independently. That's why this happened. So on the outside, it kind of looks like, you know, on the outside, it looks like y'all separated because you were going through some things financially and physically or whatnot. But spiritually, it's so that you can heal without the help of this person. Spirit wants you to do it alone. Because again, it's like the Six of Pentacles, what you put in is what you get out. So Spirit wants you to put in that spiritual growth effort to change and transform, because then you would end up like this person is. You would be resting on them, and it's like then you would kind of feel worthless because your pick-me-up wouldn't be yourself and your relationship with Spirit. It would be leaning on this person, just like this person is leaning on this other option, and they feel worthless inside. So Spirit wants to prevent you from feeling worthless inside by gaining the spiritual strength for yourself without leaning on this person. And this person, y'all had the same test in that way. And this person now has to go through that same transformation. But they did it, you did it without having the option to rest on this person. But because their other option allows them to come and go as they please, they always have that crutch. So now it's like, now they've hit rock bottom because they feel so worthless, but now they can start the transition into changing. And so I see that there will be forgiveness here, because it's just like this was orchestrated by Spirit, and this was like life circumstances happening to you guys, not necessarily more like deceit type deal. It wasn't that. It was just like, oh well, you know, oh, you lost your job, you're going through some things, you need to get yourself together, something like that. And this person was just like, well, I'll do what I do in the meantime until they get their stuff together. But really they should have been by themselves, working on themselves, and instead they kind of just feel like a lazy slob. Like that's what they feel like. And so it's just like this person doesn't challenge them to grow, but they need that in order to get the motivation to grow. All right. So I don't know. I feel like, let me get one kipper. But this person is still thinking about you and how they can come back. But because the way things look on the outside, like they just do feel like they feel low about themselves. They feel like a slob. And they also feel like they left you during a time where you needed them. But what they don't realize is that Spirit had it that way. Spirit had it this way so that you can be by yourself and gain the fortitude from the inside. And you're about to experience these miracles though, and realize that your greatest ally is Spirit. And we have unexpected income. So yeah, remember I said it's like some type of finances could be. So yeah, you're going to get it. It's coming. It's on the way. You're still in a transition, but it's here and it's on the way. But we have death. And what I'm getting with this coffin card, well, death, coffin, and that's another one. It's the transformation. Yeah, so I'm right. This is all about a transitionary period so that you can get your stuff together. And so things ended. But it says official person and adjudication in the distant horizon. What I'm getting with that is like, this was just meant to happen, period. And on the distant horizon, this person is a good person, official person, it says. So you can expect them to be returning soon with great fortune, because this rock bottomness has inspired them and motivated them to get up, get out, and do something. It's that kind of energy. Like, they're like, I can't be with this person anymore. They just turn me into a lazy slob. Like, you know, on Wall-E, and the people are like all overweight and just like in hoverboards, and it's like, no, spirit wants you to get up and walk so that you can use your body. They don't want you to end up like one of these characters on Wall-E that's overweight and just utilizing some technology to get you around. And this person would have been that technology. They would have been providing the support and the relief for you, but spirit wanted you to go through that darkness so that you can get that for yourself, you know. And so y'all just went through y'all went through the same thing, but you were able to do it by yourself, so you don't become like the Wall-E, you know, characters, and they didn't. So they experienced the opposite end of the spectrum, but y'all both needed that. And so I see y'all coming back together after this time of separation, and finances are going to happen and be in order. So it's like, don't judge each other. There will need to be forgiveness, because y'all love each other, or this person loves you. I see that for sure. This person loves you, and so they will be back. But they will be feeling guilty, like as if they left you in a dark time. But now that you have the knowledge of why this happened, and you may have already known, but now that you have that knowledge, forgiveness will be easier. So we'll see what happens. All right, Pisces? That is the message that I have for you all today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something beneficial from it. And I thank you for stopping by this reading. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to a playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.